Let's hear that normal, wonderful greeting.
Good morning, beautiful people.
Greetings, friends! Today we visited our friends Ben and Meg at Hollard Homestead. And it had been quite some time since we have seen them.
It has been a while.
And the last time we visited them, we were helping them remodel their house as they were getting started with living on their homestead. But today, we visited them, and it's been really neat to see the progress that they have made here on their homestead. So, things have changed so much since we were here last time, and it is so neat to see, and I just love hearing that greeting. So, can you show us around, because it really looks excellent here.
Yeah, we don't have the green carpet anymore. Green carpet's gone.
I remember the green carpet.
It's so bad, so bad.
Yeah.
So here's our living room. This is going to be a very quick tour. We only have 850 square feet. But here's our living room. So last time you were here, this door was there, and this was all closed in to here. So we blew this back and gave ourselves a little bit more space in the living room, just because there's a lot of people in one house. And then we added more windows and doors throughout the whole house, because light is a beautiful thing. So, little living room, sits all of us comfortably, so we're doing all right.
There we go.
This is a temporary table, because Ben's gonna build one, but we're waiting on the wood to finish curing. So this is our table for now. Put an extra table in here for curing or for preserving season, because all the produce is a big deal. And then our kitchen, open shelves.
Now, is this wood that Ben has done as well?
Yes, this is wood that he milled from trees on our land, and the neighbors. So it's all local wood. So I love them. I love the whole wood shelf thing. It's beautiful. It's my favorite thing. And I always wanted like jars of food everywhere. And then cooking area. So small kitchen, but we made it work.
There you go. And you also got Ben's knives up here too.
Yep, on a block that he made. So
that looks great.
And then he made the island as well. So
I picked up something new. You know,
did.
this was new.
Since last time you were here. Huh, you're new too, huh? So, and then, I mean, it's pretty small, like I said, but we're making
functioning.
It's functioning. It is functioning.
Yes.
So we reworked the laundry area. This kind of had like a weird, funky in and out thing going on. So we just reworked it and put everything there. It's currently holding all of my canning for the year.
Hey, that's one of the good problems with homesteading,
It is
right?
a good problem, but it's a little frustrating when you're trying to like put food up and you have nowhere to put it.
We understand that.
But I really enjoy having indoor laundry after living in an RV for 2.5 years. It's just really great to have laundry. And then bathroom.
And this totally looks different from what I saw.
Way different. Lacie and I were talking about this morning how nasty this bathroom was when we first got here.
I still remember doing the demo in here.
It was so disgusting. Like, so disgusting. But it's better now. We did it.
Absolutely
The
fantastic.
bathtub faucet to the no bathtub underneath.
Yes, to the
a shower pan.
It was, yeah.
It's like, what do you use a
And I
faucet in a shower for?
There wasn't a shower head, was there? I don't remember.
I can't remember, but that was a little ridiculous.
So bad, so disgusting. But then we have the boys' room. Knock knock. Coming in, doing a tour.
Ah!
A little tight.
Oh, it looks fun in here.
We fit everybody and a desk and a closet and stuff. So
That is great.
everybody's got their own bunk.
You guys having fun in here, Micah? What are you doing? What are you playing with? Legos? A little bit of everything? Is that a Hulk fist? Don't knock me out with that.
So they each got a bunk, and then they've got their own tote of things underneath.
So this is the boys' room.
Yep, pretty cozy.
Is that why you're not in here, Sayla? Because this is the boys' room? You don't feel welcome in here?
Like Dad, you're embarrassed.
Some more of his crazy dad jokes.
Yep.
And then what's on the other side?
Then the other side is our half, or our third, I guess. So, our bathroom. This was not here when we moved in. It did not have a second bathroom. This was actually another room. But we decided we wanted our own master bathroom, so we put in all the plumbing and everything.
I can still remember ripping out some walls with the sledgehammer or something over here.
Yes, yeah, there's a lot of moving of things. And then our room. So Ben built that bed too.
Oh wow.
He built a ladder right here.
This looks beautiful, and the view you guys have here is amazing.
Isn't it gorgeous?
You can
Looks
look
straight
out
the
and
garden.
see the garden. That's great. You can see the chickens right over here, right out the window. Wow.
I love this. This is my favorite spot. One of my favorite things. Especially when there's all those flowers out there.
Yeah.
In the summer, it's been so pretty.
This was a great layout right here. Did you guys envision this from the beginning of this being like you wanted to look out into the garden?
Yeah. Yeah, it was something I've always wanted to just kind of look out and see everything.
As I looked out their window, I just had to go see their garden. And it's amazing all the different things that they are growing. And thinking back, before they started this homestead, their goal was to do what they're doing now. They moved here from California to start a homestead, to grow their own food, and now they are doing it. I tagged along with Ben as he was doing his chores with his animals.
Alright. This is on my soaked feed.
Alright, you ferment your feed there?
Ferment my feed. It gets a little stinky in summertime. The jungle that was this bed right here has gotten so out of control I had to move the chicken fence so I can walk through here.
We do some of that. Chickens are good for cleaning up some areas.
That's what I'm going to use them for, but I got so many pumpkins in there that I need to get to. They're not quite ready yet. So these, rather than me get in here and weed eat all this, I just put the chickens in here. I'll leave them for like a month, 2 months, and they'll eat everything. And then, you know, just like the brambles, like this berry vine, I'll get at later. They've already done a wonderful job in here.
You just kind of pour the feed out.
Yep.
Where you kind of want them to eat and clean to.
I try to encourage them to eat in certain spots. See, there's not much left in some spots. Yeah, they're just about done. Alright, let's go feed those hungry pigs. As soon as it cools down, I've got a few more trees that have fallen with storms. I'm going to pull those out of the woods and get them turned into lumber. And then I'm going to add more garden beds. It's kind of a jungle right now. After it gets, you know, mid to high 90s, I'm done outside. So I've kind of let the garden just do its thing. I'm ready to start planting my winter stuff, like cold crops, cabbages, and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just too hot right now.
I'm right there with you on handling the heat. Once it's in the 90s, it's hard to work.
It's brutal.
So right now, this time of year, we pretty much go from we get up and get started, and usually by 11 o'clock we definitely have to be done. It's just too hot. You're gonna pass out.
You mind grabbing that bucket?
Nope, don't mind at all. So what all we got in here?
That's kitchen scraps. I haven't looked in it. It's gonna be, you know, tops of vegetables and eggshells and whatever else we have. I know I had a whole bunch of tomatoes that sat on the counter too long, so those are in there.
What kind of pigs you have here?
So these are Mangalitsa's, kind of a designer pig. They used to be a staple in Hungary, but they're kind of getting phased out in certain places, especially Hungary, because they're difficult to breed. And so that's been our experience. We were actually hoping for piglets about right now, and she's not pregnant. For a while it looked like she was pregnant, so we don't know if she never did or if she miscarried. We've kept them separated because a lot of times if you have your boar with your pregnant pig, he can cause them to abort. So we're gonna give it one more season. Come spring, and we'll put them together again. We'll see if we can breed them, and if we are unsuccessful, then she'll go to freezer camp. Ooh, you got some good stuff in there. See some cherries, some eggs. I've got her opened up into these two pens right here. She likes to get right in the way when I try to dump the feed, so I'll psych her out. I'll get her busy over there, and then I can dump it here without dumping it on her head.
The ultimate sustainable recycling system.
And then here's Bubbles. This is our boar. I don't get in there with him anymore because he's so big. I got in there to fix a board. He'd busted off his house, and he came up and tasted my leg, and his whole mouth fit all the way around my leg.
Oh boy.
And he got a pretty good chomp on me.
Oh man.
So unless he's busy, I don't go in there.
I don't blame you.
So the static pen, I'm not a real big fan of. We did this just so we had a permanent place we could keep them, and it you wouldn't be able to tell. I've put a whole truckload of wood chips in both these pens. I've put an entire round bale of hay in here. I put a ton of grass clippings in here, and you can't tell.
Wow.
They just work it into the ground and break it up. I mean, the dirt's turning black, so that's nice, but yeah, there's nothing, no amount of stuff I can put in here that'll soak up the smell.
Wow. Just pigs being pigs.
Just pigs being pigs.
So with this one strand of wire here, that's enough to deter them from trying to go under?
Oh yeah. This is one of our energizers that we had on the chicken nets.
Okay.
But when you go down to just one strand of wire, this thing hits so hard. Like, if you bump that thing, you forget it's on, it'll remind you. You'll hear them every now and then. They start rooting too close to the fence, and you'll hear them when they find it. So it hits plenty hard enough to keep them from digging out. I mean, it's kind of hard on this hill we're on right here, because as they've dug dirt out, they're getting lower and lower, so I'll probably eventually have to go in there and move the wire, but they've been in here almost a year now, so
fantastic.
Pretty good. Poor guinea hogs are hungry. We were gonna get out of guinea hogs.
Oh really?
The American guinea hogs. You'll see those here in a second. I did that for balance. We were gonna get out of them because they take 2 years before they're big enough. If you're raising them the way we're raising them, I'm sure you could confine feed them and get them ready in probably a year. But we hadn't tasted the meat when we had made that decision. Well, once we had put a couple of them in the freezer, we decided how much we liked guinea hog. So we found someone with a boar. We're gonna get a boar. We're gonna get these ones bred, and we're gonna stay with guinea hogs after all. You guys are noisy. Why are you making so much noise? Feed us. Too late. You guys out of water too? Fill that out. They've only been in this spot for a week and a half, and there's hardly anything green left.
Wow.
Various trees that I've chopped down. Oh, probably a year now. All these trees they fall apart so fast in this climate with all the rain. And I'll put them in here, and the more these guys walk on them and step on them, they'll break them up. They just become forest floor mulch.
Now, would you recommend this breed to your beginner pig raiser?
Anybody getting into like a homestead pig operation, I would highly recommend these. They have been the easiest pigs. Like I have been pleasantly surprised with how nice these pigs are. Very good tempers. Now, mind you, these 4 were born here, and they have been handled the whole time. When food's not involved, they'll come up and they'll rub on me and then lay down, want belly scratches. So yeah, I would highly recommend guinea hogs.
One thing I like is you got that low electrified netting. That's all you have there.
Yep, that'll keep them. I've had them on single strand wire, and it works until they knock bushes and stuff down on it. But I'd eventually like to get away from the nets, just because the wire is so much easier to move.
Yeah. So who's this feed for? What animals?
So this is pig feed.
Just starting your next fermenting batch?
Yep, this will be tomorrow's. I was doing 48 hours for the grain, and I found that once it gets over like 80 degrees, the feed starts getting kind of funky, and not in a good way. If I go longer than 48 hours, it starts molding. So I've found 24 hours is about perfect for summertime. And then once it cools down, I have to let it go longer. 24 hours just isn't long enough for the, I guess, the yeast to wake up and start getting everything to ferment.
And where do you get your feed from?
So this is all New Country Organics. They're out of Virginia. Everything once we switch to this feed, everything thrives. The pigs have done great, the chickens have done great. We had a side-by-side comparison with organic starter from Tractor Supply versus the starter from New Country, and the chickens on New Country did way better.
Got a little salt there next.
A little bit of salt. These pigs get a spoonful per scoop.
Any particular kind of salt you got there?
This is, I believe it's Redmond. Yeah, this is Redmond Trace Minerals. So it's just salt and some minerals and stuff like that.
Salt's beneficial to pretty much every living thing, right?
Yep, everything does better. And then the pigs, I add a little bit of kelp too. It's not an exact measurement. And then to get the fermentation going on faster, I put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in each bucket. That's it.
So what was the purpose of using the drill to blend it up there?
I was using a spoon, like a wooden spoon stirred up. It's like, there's got to be a quicker way. I got a drill.
There we go. And one of the main reasons for doing that is to make sure that all the feed is under the water, correct?
Yeah. Come out here later this afternoon and stuff will settle out and it'll just be water on top. The only problem is, if there's a mouse out here, they like the soaked feed, and so if it's a little more water than feed, I'll come out here in the morning and have a dead mouse.
Do you feed that to the animals too?
If it's the pigs, yeah. Chickens, sometimes they'll eat it, sometimes they won't.
It's actually a pretty gross thing to see them when the chickens do eat a mouse. Have you seen it before?
These ones right here, if I, we could probably do it right now. If I go start turning over like pieces of wood and stuff, and there's mice under it, these go full dinosaur. And they chase these mice down, and sometimes the mice scream when the chickens are, that's terrible.
And they start chasing each other. Whoever has the mouse, or even snakes too, they'll start chasing each other and making a game out of it.
I've never seen them do it with snakes, but yeah, mice. I had a rat one time, and I was chasing the rat, trying to get the rat, and it made the mistake of going in the chicken house. Oh, wow. And they ended up killing this rat. Wow. It was a good-sized rat, too. Wow.
Now, with the snake, it's like watching them have spaghetti or something in their mouth. It's kind of gross. You guys work together as a team? Y'all do this every day together?
Yeah, and every night.
Every night?
Water. Why are you hiding?
Are those whales, Harlequin?
Yeah.
There we go, I know about those.
So he put them down here in the water where our spring is, and they are actually cleaning out the spring. We have, it's like a red algae that if left untouched, it will cover the entire surface of the water, and it looks disgusting. Well, these guys are eating it, and they're messing up the water so much that the algae's not able to grow. Wow. So they're actually cleaning out our spring for us.
That's pretty cool.
I wonder if Jack knows his feeder is floating away. Wow, it is crystal clear. I've been pleasantly surprised, because I figured it's like when you let your kids get a dog and then you end up taking care of it. No, I have literally not had to do anything with these ducks. He has taken care of his own ducks. He pays for all the feed. He built their tractor with his own money. Like, he's done everything. Like, he's pretty serious about raising his own ducks. So
that is great.
I've let him have at it.
And not only is he learning responsibility with doing that, he's also learning some entrepreneurial skills at the same time. Yep. So that's fantastic.
Yep.
I must say, I am really proud of Ben and Meg and the whole family and all that they have accomplished in putting this homestead together. It's really neat.
It really is neat. They've really persevered through a lot of hard challenges, and starting a homestead from scratch is not for the faint of heart, for sure. But along with, starting a homestead, it opens up doors for different enterprises. Meg was able to start her Bumblewood soap company back up. Ben is making knives. And, even Jack, their son, is, working with ducks and wants to raise ducks. So it's really neat. This type of lifestyle opens opportunities up for not only parents, but also for our children, and lets them know there's a different way to live.
It really is neat to see it. And we enjoy hanging out with people like Ben and Meg, is to encourage them, but also to share their adventures with you all. Some of you who may be interested in starting a homestead, look at their example and they show you that they can do it and you can too. And for those of you who may be early on in your homestead, kind of like Ben and Meg, you're not alone. And for those of you who are further along, it shows you that other people are striving to follow in your footsteps.
It's encouraging.
It really is.
We've been doing it a while, but just being around people that are doing the same thing, I think it just, it makes you even more strong in what you're doing, because you really remind yourself and get reminded of why you're doing all this, why we put ourselves through all these things. And, iron sharpens iron.
That's exactly right. And speaking of that, my friend Joel Salatin just came out with a new book that can be really beneficial for those of you who are looking to have success on a small homestead scale. It's Micro Success with Livestock, and it talks about just how to raise and be successful at raising livestock on a small scale. So I'll leave the information for this book in the show notes below. Also, if you haven't seen the Holler Homestead, they're also on YouTube. Yep. Make sure you check out their channel, and we'll also leave a link for them in the show notes below as well. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.